Hi all, hope you all are doing good. So today we are going to do day 16 help. Where is Santa? Okay. So I have already connected to my OpenVPN, so just make sure you are connected to that. And before starting the lab, just click on deploy because it will take some time. So let's get started. Oh no, Santa has taken off, leaving you the faithful elves behind. Can you help finding Santa's location? Luckily, the elves are OSINT masters, that is the enumeration masters and the data gathering. So, exploring, searching, all those comes under OSINT. And remember a thing or two, specifically, they remember Santa as a web page at machine IP. So, that will reflect here once it is deployed. The static index.html to help lost elves find their way home. Santa never told the elves what port the web server is on. Can you find out? Okay, the web page has a link on it hidden, so anyone that isn't an elf can't find it. Okay. Santa's sled has an API we can talk to. The key for the API is between 0 to 100. It's an odd number. That's okay. So that's basically 50. But be careful, after an unknown number of attempts, Santa's sled will ban your IP address. Deploy the machine and start running if it's blocked. So use your Python skills from day 15. So even if we know something, or even if we know any kind of alternate, we should stick with the Python thing. So let's get started. So first of all, what we will do is, let's open terminal, and let me zoom this a bit, and we'll simply go with nmap and -pn, and what's the IP address that we will get here. So before doing this, we need to make sure that we are able to talk to it. So let's do control shift y and this. So it's not talking because it's just free of cost. We need to wait for a minute or two. So let's wait for that and get on to this. So we are doing the nmap scan to find the port number, so that will wait for some time without using the enumeration. Okay, yeah, let's open this, copy, paste. And what was the site that was told to us? So it's static index.html. So /static /index.html. So this will work only if it's working on the default port. So let's see, let's wait for a minute. Okay, unable to connect, try again. Let's see if my internet is working or not. Yes, everything is fine. Now this is not working, so let's go to this, and now we are able to have a talk. Let's start the nmap scan. So this is our IP. Let's do this. So it's not working on 80 basically, otherwise we could have seen that on this page already. So meanwhile the scan is happening. Let's okay, so let's see. Okay, meanwhile this can happen. Let's try out some default ports like 8080, 8000, those kind of things. Okay, so let's do this. 8000, no, it's not working. 8080, no, still it's not working. Let's give 80 a try. No, it's still not working. Oh, it's https, that's why. So we have to call http, and then let's go for this without any kind of, and now it's a proper trial. So now it's not working. Let's try out with some other default ports, 80, 80 or 8000, or else let's wait for the result. No, wait, is this? Yes. So all scans are done, but it's not working. So so basically it did not recover, or it did not consider all ports, all 1000 scan ports. So we need to make sure that the nmap scan is done for all the other ports as well. So let's try to run such an nmap command. So for that, let's give this -p-. Okay, let me clear this. It should be -p. Okay, so now it is not going to consider any range if you are not giving. We are basically saying consider everything from the very end to the very beginning, all the ports. So it will take some time. So let me pause here and wait for the result. So this is, I don't know why this is taking so much time. If I press space, I'll get the status saying that it is getting only 8.76. So I think this is too much for, so let's try something else and scan all the ports, but the response time I'm decreasing, and now we can see that it is now it is like the pace is very high. So open port is there with 80. Let's try that out. So 80 means it should work without any port. Maybe initially it did not work. Okay, now also it is not working, so the web server is not on that. Let's wait for this without https. Okay, so now it's working. So it's basically that initially the labs need some time to deploy properly, so that mistakes we should, if it is Linux we need to wait for 2 to 3 minutes, but if it is a Windows then for sure we need to wait minimum of 5 minutes. That's what I have experienced. So what is the port number? I did not give anything, so it's basically the 80. The okay, this is fine. Okay, so scanning this many ports, I think I can stop it. Okay, so for now what we can say is, where is it gone? Yeah, this 80. So let's give that 80 and submit it. Yeah, now we are good. Now without using enumeration tool such as Buster, what is the directory for the API without the API key? So if I come here and I can see here, RNLF use the system to track Santa due to many humans try to find where Santa is link is hidden on this web page. So what we can do is we can simply go to view source and we can find out based on anchor href tag that what is the API used for communicating with us, but that is not our intention. So let's stick to the intention of the lab. So they want us to use the concepts that we have used previously in the day 15. So let's go to there, and in the day 15 we had a script to get all the href links, the Python script to get all the href links using beautiful soup, and let's get that. So this is the script, and before running the script we need to make sure that we have like pip install request and beautiful soup. So after that this we need to run. So let's copy this and get back to our terminal. Let's come back to our terminal, clear everything, and if I say ls, okay, here I am, cd Christmas tryHackMe, and now in here I have some old files, so that's fine. Let's just create a touch. Let's say what is this, let's say Python reader, not Python reader or something. Okay, fine. This I'll do, or I can simply say subwell Python. Okay, now here I am going to paste it. Now we need to make sure that okay, this is something needs to be done, txt, because the beautiful soup of the HTML type body is not returning anything. So if it is not returning like there's no response for the HTML, so the soup is not going to catch anything, and that's how we are going to fail this. So that's where we need to go for text. So that is one thing where we are doing mistakes again and again. And the next thing is we need to change the URL. So what is the URL? Let's scroll this down. We don't need this as well. So this is copy and simply go for the terminal or Sublime, yes, and replace here. Okay, so we need to close this with a single quote and we are good. So basically we are trying to request.get, so it is going to download everything into HTML. Now in the HTML, that is beautiful soup, it is going to get the text in the soup. Okay, we have downloaded everything. Now it is going to parse. So beautiful soup is basically parsing whatever the download web page we have downloaded. Okay, now in that we are going to find all the anchor tag. So let's do that, save this, and we are going to print the line. I think that's it. Yes, let's go to the terminal and clear everything. ls, yes, I have Python reader, so python /python reader. Couldn't find it. Do you need to install the parse library? Oh, okay, my bad. Let's try to execute with Python 3. Yes, so this is as per my configuration. Okay, I did not find anything. Let's get back here. So what is wrong here? It might be possible that anchor tag is not connecting to it. So let's search for anchor, that's it, and let's try to run again, but this time let's do grep for href, or let's simply grep for API. Can we do both? I don't know if we can do both, but let's try to do this. I'm going to do grep on href and then I'm going to do grep on API. There we go. So if you want to know the content just like that, because overall we find out that there is only one API which is an href. So let's see without, okay, so we had these many hrefs, but out of that this is something that is meant for API. So let's see, it's basically API slash API key. Okay, so let's copy this and make a note of this in our notes.txt. so it's day 15, no, it's day 16, and this is our, no, I didn't copy it or what, Control Shift C and paste, and port is 80. So let's save this and let's copy this. I think this is what is required in the task. So if I scroll down, help where is center, yes, and we have answered the 80. So with the enumeration, what is the directory for the API? So it's basically slash API, not the API key is not required. Yeah, let's submit this. Now where is Santa right now? I think for this only we need this. Okay, so use this system to track Santa, and for tracking we need to contact to that API. Okay, so based on that, our first priority will be to talk to the API key. So let's try to hit the API, and as per the instruction, this is an odd numbers between 0 to 100, and after too many attempts Santa's sled will block you. So we just need to narrow down output as much as possible. So first thing we know is 0 to 100 only odd numbers, that is 50 numbers, and out of 50 numbers we can see 2 stars are there, means output will be 2 numbers. So we should start our thing from the 11 to 100. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. Let's do one thing, let's simply copy this, and or else just let's do one thing, let's open a terminal. Okay, clear everything, this is ls. Now copy python reader to, let's say, api hit dot py. Okay, now let's sublime this api hit dot py, and now here we okay, now this time it's not going to be this, but it's going to be, where is our notes, yeah, here is our note. So it's going to be slash api slash api key. So this is what we are going to hit now, but here the API key is going to be our parameter of the URL. Now to tell that this is not a literal string, but this string you have to evaluate and then it is going to be hit, we need to give it as f. So if you don't know about f, you can search about f strings in Python. So basically f string is nothing but evaluate, there is some evaluation need to be done in the string, is what the intimation done here. Okay, now we have to do this for I in range. We can start from 11 till 100, and we want to do a step of 2. So this is what we can do. Now we can simply replace this with API key. So this is what we are starting. So there we go, and let's give it a tab, and okay, yeah, let's do this as well, and print. So that's it. Okay, so we don't need all these things, we'll simply going to print this. Okay, why we are doing this is, let's open this. Okay, so copy, and if I open in the browser this thing, okay, now let's say my API key is 11. So if I enter 11, I get something like error key is not valid. Okay, now it means I can go for the next thing. So let's say 13, again 13 is also not valid. So I think we have tried two things, so let's not let's try to hit as less as possible. So this time let's start with 15. So save, and that's what we are going to get in the terminal. Similarly, let's clear everything, and let's say python 3 dot slash api hit, and enter. So okay, invalid. So it's not blocking us as of now, but as per, okay, so I see something. Okay, let's stop this, unnecessary, we don't want to get blocked. So if I scroll up, I can see I am getting some different output for the ID 57. So let's go back here, let's minimize this, and where is our Chrome, there we go. So it's 57, and submit it. Excellent. Now where is Santa right now? Now if we see in the terminal that in the 57 we get something, and this seems to be the location. Now control shift C, I don't know we have to give dot or not, so let's paste it and submit. There we go. So this was something which we have learned in day 15, but we are making a practical implementation of it in day 16. But here we were not blocked uh, so far, but the termination and all, is it like this we are doing now, or we are getting the option that even if you are blocked you can terminate and restart the lab, so basically creating a new machine. But in real time we have to use different connections, proxies, x forwarded for header, so that so those kind of spoofing needs to be done. So actually the original whoever is the IP address does not get blocked, because it's with every new request we are modifying the x forwarded for, and that's how we are going to get basically a small help that our IP does not get blocked. So we can go over the x forwarded for header, we can go for the proxies. I don't know what all other ways is there. So if you know what all other ways are there to escape this kind of blockings, just mention those in the comment section. So overall that was all about day 16, and now I think this was a small thing, but we have implemented what we have learned on day 15. So that was all about day 16. If you liked my explanation, please do click on subscribe button, hit the bell icon, share with people as much as possible who are interested in this domain, and overall practice as much as possible. Thank you, and don't forget to terminate this lab. They are giving us something free of cost, just not waste their resources. So that's all for now. Terminate before leaving. Thank you.